ICE raids are fucking nuts, man. Watching this protest on television, it's like
Do you think the raids are nuts?
all of it's
yeah.
nuts.
I think both sides are taking it a little too hard.
Well, I don't think the Trump administration, if they're running and they said we're going to go to Home Depot and we're going to arrest all the people at Home Depot, we're going to go to construction sites and we're going to just like tackle people at constructions. I don't think anybody would have signed up for that. They said we're going to get rid of the criminals and the gang members first, right? And now we're seeing like Home Depots get raided. Like, that's crazy. This immigrant issue, and they either don't have kids or they don't think it could happen to their kids. Their idea is, hey, shouldn't have fucking come over here. You get those kind of people. Broke the law. Shouldn't have fucking come over here if you could. You didn't want to get your kids separated. If you were in the presence of a woman who came over here from Guatemala and she's poor and she's starving and they're taking her baby away and she's wailing and screaming from a primal place in her DNA that the one thing she loves more than anything is being taken away. A baby.
Yeah.
If that doesn't freak you the fuck out, you're not a part of the team, man. You're missing it. You're missing it. What are we here for? We're here for 100 years of whatever. That's what we're here for. If you want to spend 100 years saying, hey, she shouldn't have fucking broke the law, I don't want you on the team. You're an asshole. Right? And I don't give a fuck if you're right or left. I don't care if you're religious or I don't care if you're an atheist. If that's what you support, you're an asshole. And we don't want you on our team. I don't give a fuck if they broke the law. You don't take parents and kids and separate them. You just fucking don't. It's disgusting. If you're saying, well, they shouldn't have broke the law. Maybe they shouldn't have broke the law. You don't get to do something that's 1,000 times worse than crossing a line in the dirt. That fucking imaginary line in the dirt, crossing that is nothing in comparison to your crime of stealing a baby from its mother. That's fucking insane.
What you just witnessed was 2 clips of Joe Rogan speaking on Donald Trump's anti-immigration policies. The first one from this year, just about a week ago, and the second clip is from Trump Term 1 a few years ago, which has recently gone viral again in relation to the very harsh handling of immigrants from the Trump administration. Now, this is interesting to see. You have Joe Rogan, though not fully MAGA, he is definitely MAGA-adjacent and prone to right-wing conspiracies, as shown time and time again on his show, who is actively speaking out against Trump. As someone who 100% helped them get into office this time around, he is now turning around and saying that he doesn't think Trump would have won the election if he told people he was going to be rounding up immigrants in the manner that he is now. In other words, Trump lied. Who knew Trump was going to be poaching people from Home Depot? Who knew Trump was going to be plucking actively working migrant farmers from the fields? Who knew Trump was going to forcibly separate parents from their own children, as we saw in Waltham, Massachusetts? Well, I can tell you plenty of Democrats have been shouting this from the rooftops since Trump Term 1, even joined by Joe Rogan, as shown in the second clip. It seems that he conveniently forgot about his criticism the first time around and is now realizing it for the second time now. Let's turn to some revealing data that cuts through the rhetoric on immigration and enforcement. According to new research by David J. Byer of the libertarian right-wing Cato Institute, the numbers tell a very different story than the one often pushed by hardline immigration hawks. As of June 14th, ICE had taken 204,000 individuals into detention since October 1st, 2024. Of those, a full 65%, that's over 133,000 people, had no criminal convictions whatsoever. And when we narrow the focus to violent offenses, the numbers are even more striking. More than 93% of those detained had never been convicted of a violent crime. In other words, roughly 9 out of every 10 people ICE booked were not violent criminals. This data undermines the narrative that ICE is primarily targeting dangerous individuals. It raises serious questions about the scope and purpose of immigration enforcement and whether the resources are truly being used to enhance public safety or simply to detain as many undocumented people as possible regardless of risk. When will MAGA admit that this is going too far? When will they come to the table and say, hey, our immigration system is broken, so let's fix it? And also, let's not become complete animals and disregard human life by willingly destroying innocent lives. Yes, I mean innocent. Joe Rogan actually put it best. Most of the people that we are talking about have crossed the line in the damn dirt. Yes, get rid of the criminals, but there has to be another way for everyone else. That's a wrap from Eat the Narrative, where truth isn't polished, it's weaponized. If you guys enjoyed this content, please leave a like, drop a comment, and consider subscribing. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.